it says. And then as soon as it says live, I'm going to start talking. There we go. It says you're live. Good evening.
Good evening.
And welcome to Chinwag number 214, titled We Are Relying on eBay Way Too Much Right Now. We will talk about that and other stuff during the hour. Sorry for being 2 minutes late. We were actually early, weren't we?
Yeah.
I was all set up.
We were.
We were. But then what happened?
I was watching Adept on Twitch.
She was watching Adept on Twitch, which is a GTA roleplay streamer.
She is.
And it just took her a while. She decided to join. Our viewers. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining in. By the way, we'll say a few hello, shall we? BCP was first in the chat along with Damien. Thank you for popping in. Dave the Gent says hello as well. Hi Dave. Susie says, did Z forget to change his clock forward an hour later than normal? No, we're dead on time.
This is our normal
7:03
time.
exactly. Lex says, evening you lovely bunch.
They do change soon though, don't they?
I think they've changed over in America.
Yeah, but we change soon as well.
We'll probably change soon too, yeah. We'll probably change it soon too, yeah. Lex says, evening you lovely bunch of coconuts.
Okay.
That's an interesting term. I've been called that before. I'm here, don't worry,
not
says
by
Dave.
Me.
No, not by Rebecca. Dave prepared says, I'm here. Fat girl sewing. Welsh Wonder Nia. Tracy says, Susie, he's probably wiping mustard from his chin. You're wrong, Tracy. Thank you for popping in, Tracy. What was it, hun? What was it? What did we have?
It was butter chicken.
Chicken makhni, yeah. Butter chicken, yeah.
It was really nice.
Mate, I made everything from scratch.
No.
Didn't I, honey?
No.
Yeah, get off, Alf. I made everything from scratch, didn't I? Even the sauce. Even the sauce, everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Really enjoyed it. However, I made the girls upset, didn't I?
Yeah, because it's their cooking night.
Yeah.
They actually cook on a Friday.
Yeah, the girls have gotten used to cooking on a Friday, and I'd completely forgotten that they were meant to be cooking. And like I just, I thought I was being a good husband,
Yeah.
Good father, feeding the family. And plus, I thought it's points with you, isn't it, as well?
Is that what you were doing it for?
Yeah, I do it for points mostly.
Well, you got minus points because you upset the child.
Yeah, I got minus points from the children, but do I get positive points from you, right?
Yeah, I was happy with it.
But yeah, they were a bit miffed.
But they weren't.
Surprised. I thought they'd be grateful they didn't have to cook. But
yeah,
no.
but I think we've been doing it quite often recently.
Yeah.
We've started taking over Fridays, haven't we?
Yeah, apparently we did it last time as well.
Yeah, we did it last week as
well. But yeah, it was really nice. The butter chicken there, Tracy. So, chicken makhni as they call it. And Lincoln Seller has popped in. Dave Repair says, "Keep still, Beck."
So I'm really fidgety.
She's so annoying.
Like, do you know what?
So annoying.
Normally when I'm fidgety, it's because like.
No, you just fidget, hon.
No.
Go on. What is it?
Because I get agitated and stuff, don't I?
Yeah, but you're always like that.
I know. I'm just.
Are you just agitated at the moment then?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does it all that. She's got this thing where she just does this with her leg constantly.
Yeah.
Like, that's whether she's in a good mood or bad mood or anything, I think. And I have to tell her to stop. It's annoying, because it is really annoying. So,
I do it at work as well.
Do you? Oh, of course you do, yeah. And no, Alf, just being a pain. And look, he's trying to ruin your new chair.
And you scratch me.
What about your chair?
No.
Lex says, no only cool stuff hoodie tonight. No, Lex.
No.
I don't know. I get depressed wearing it now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just tired, to be honest. Like I think recently, I've been definitely up and down a lot more. I don't know, man. I don't even want to wear it right now. I don't even like going into the shop right now. I go in there to do the work, but it's just painful,
Yeah, but the shop looks so good.
Yeah, but it's closed and stuff, I'm just kind of, but I'm wearing my animal hoodie.
You're nearly there.
This was from the bins, by the way, £1.50 from the bins, and I miss the bins as well. I really do miss the bins. Richie's Pickings, how are you? Joyce Scott says, hey from across the pond. Hi Joyce, thank you for joining us, appreciate it. And Susie says, oh, okay, yes, we've already changed time, so you're an hour later for us right now. Oh, okay. Interesting. We'll catch up at some point. I'm pretty sure. And what else did... We have got E&J Vintage, Will's Shop, Queenie Contest. Hey, Queenie
Ow,
Contest.
that hurt.
Neil.
Go away.
Neil Martin.
Go away. That hurt.
Ooh.
Down.
Look at his face. He doesn't even care. That's just disrespectful, Beck.
Down.
You could see him in the corner just looking so rudely.
He's just hurt my arm.
He's just bad. He's a bad dog.
Mhm.
Bad dog, Alf. Bad dog. Neil Martin, Queenie Conquest, Night's Life, Babs at the Attic as well. Thank you for popping in. Anomalous Data Point says, good evening. Are you using a new camera? Your picture has a different look. No, we're using the same camera.
Yeah, it's the same camera.
Might just be lighting or something. Might just be, someone send them a dog chair. No.
No. No.
I bet there's nothing about Z that's really annoying. Well, you know what, Lex? You know, I appreciate you popping into the chats. I really do. But that's, you're just trying to cause trouble there, aren't you? I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that's annoying, but I don't fidget, do I? No. So that's one thing I'd say. Evening Claire Borden, evening Jack, hi and bye, just leaving work, says Shazad, thanks for popping in. Kirsten says, hello everyone, I'm with you Z, I get a negative vibe from my shop at the moment. Yeah, it's really painful. The things that I used to see as positives, unfortunately, have turned into negatives. Like, I actually had to turn someone away from the shop the other day because we had bit of news. We had broadband installed in the shop. I did like a little cheeky live to test it, and it worked out quite well. And on the day that I was having the broadband installed, the engineer was in the shop, and I'd kept the door open, and customers were trying to were masking up to come in, and I was like, no, and that hurts, guys. That hurts. Really, really. Yeah. And like, people stopping at the window used to be a positive for me, but now again that just hurts. Ordering stock is becoming like difficult because I'm like, yeah, it's great, we're listing it on eBay, and part of it is we're listing it on our website and on eBay. It's great when it sells on our website, but most of the sales, the majority of them, are actually coming from eBay, and that's not really what I bought the stock for. It's not really what the aim is it? I mean, you barely go in. I mean, you actually, do you want to talk? You actually you came in on
this week.
Yeah, this first time in ages. You went in on Monday, didn't you?
Yeah. To
get some stuff done. How did you find it? How did you feel?
It was okay, but I didn't stay too long because
Stop rocking the chair. What is wrong with you? Stop.
I'm in a fidgety mood.
You are.
I just can't stop.
What is it?
I kind of feel like if I no, that's the lowest the chair go. Oh, okay, I can go a bit later. Maybe that'll stop me rocking. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's
not
not
going
to stop me rocking. Yeah, so I ended up having to do overtime on Monday at work. So
you stayed.
and I was planning on coming into the shop, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the shop, it was about 3:30.
About that.
Yeah. And I brought down all the unlisted jewellery that we still have that we haven't sold, because we're going to start listing that on eBay, possibly in bundles, just to kind of get rid of it. And I quite literally was sorting through it, got the majority of it sorted, still got another box to do, and I was just like, I'm tired, I just want to go home. It's still more than it.
I think for you it's a different battle because you're trying to make space in your head for work after work.
Not easy.
Yeah. No.
And it's never going to be easy, is it?
No.
So
I think when you watch people that are able to work and then do the thing, they tend to be kind of happy in their jobs. So a great example is Lee Cola Flipper. Like, he's quite content that he's going to be in his job. Andrew's another person that's come out and said quite a few times he's got his career in the civil service. He's not looking to leave it. He's in it for the long run. And I think when you've got a job where you feel like that, I think you can create the space. But I think the problem with you is you don't necessarily.
Yeah, but my job hasn't always been like that.
No, but it's become like that though, hasn't it?
I do love working for the NHS, and I have done for
many
years before. I just think it's this past year, and there's been a lot of problems, like I said, that I'm not going to go into.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not. I don't get that same enjoyment anymore.
No.
And I think that's the problem.
I think so. And then that makes it, I think the issue is because you're fighting that, then to have the space afterwards is different.
Yeah, I mean, I still have moments of like, being able to help someone, and that makes you feel really good when you're able to kind of help a patient and you sort a problem out.
You're still confused, I guess, or
but it's still not the same.
It's not the same, no. So you need to then be able to find time.
I'm going to have to go back up now because I feel really low. Sorry.
I can go low.
No, it's all right.
Are you sure?
It's all right.
I can go low.
I lowered it.
Fidget,
didn't I?
Sad eyes, Alf, naughty boy, says Susie.
Yeah, it's just scratched me. You're probably not going to be able to see, but he's left a red.
Hi Lex, hope you're feeling well, says Kirsten to Lex. Yeah, Lex, hope you are recovering well. You look to be, so good. Peter Ray is in the house. Peter Ray's Adventures. Can I just say a massive thanks to Peter from both of us. Peter actually did make a purchase from our website, which is really appreciated. He picked up a couple of those N64 and a PlayStation baseball cap, and then he shared it on his Instagram as well.
It's just a shame. You know what?
Thank you so much, Peter.
We would normally have had a video and we would have said thank you in a vlog, but obviously we haven't.
It's just been in such a bad headspace, really, isn't it? It's just like just not. So I mean, we need this chat as well. I mean, we don't get us wrong. We're not like been moping around and stuff, but like I think definitely the shop. I'm kind of just like. I think
it's getting to the point where we're still really hopeful that we're going to open on the 12th.
Yeah. But
then we're also still like really realistic and know that we're not fully out of a lockdown yet and things can change. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully though.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And I'm getting my jab.
I know you've got
I'm getting my jab. I didn't know, but I've got underlying health issues. I thought I was fine, but apparently not.
Apparently not. You got an invite.
I got an invite. Yeah, I was like, really.
And you were like, "What's this for?"
And then they said it's because of the thrombosis. Yeah. So yeah, because of my that sounds so dirty. Thrombosis. Dog's face telling off, says Queenie. You know what? That's just his face.
Yeah, he looks just got a really sad face.
Even when he's the happiest in the world, that's just how he looks. We sometimes joke that like he has the burden. Yeah, he knows. He knows when everyone's gonna die or something, and that's the burden. We make we make pretend movie trailers about it, don't we? Like we look at him. Is awesome. We look at we sat there. We'll sometimes look at him and be like, the burden, and like. He knows the story would be that Alf knows when everyone's going to pass, and obviously that has a huge emotional impact, and he carries that burden on him, making him as sad as because he looks so sad, doesn't he?
I tell you what, the best time is when he's like really really sleepy.
Oh yeah,
and he's got his like little paws like that, and he's got his little sleepy eyes.
Yeah. Oh, then he looks so sad. Yeah, I mean, the burden is real.
He's just got like a sad look.
Oh, speak of the devil, there's Cola Flipper. Hi, Lee. Yes, how are you? John at YLM, Stu Mandry, thank you for popping in, guys. Really nice to see so many people in the chat. Trotters, Jimmy's Place 2021 says hi. Hi there, thanks for popping in. Keely, thank you for popping in as well. Really do appreciate it. No worries, Ian Beck. Really happy with the caps. I'm really glad you are, Peter. Chrissy says hi. Thrift Beast from Canada. How are you, Thrift Beast? Chris, thank you for popping in. Jasmine Bambury says hi as well. I feel for you, Beck. It must be draining, says Kirsten. It's a little bit draining.
It's okay.
Swap seats. Let's see if she fits. Of course she does, Dave. Gosh. Aaron Tibbet, thank you for popping in. Chrissy, I said Chrissy as well, but thanks. Question from Lex: has there been a moment when you have regretted getting the shop? I'm thinking hard about it, and I actually can't think of a moment where I've regretted the shop. Actually,
No, I was gonna say.
yeah, I was thinking hard. I was like, have I actually? That's one thing I haven't regretted. I have regretted buying far too many Finding Dory Swigglefish toys, and I've regretted buying far too many Honky Tonk Men toys and far too many Kick-Ass Girl, Hit Girl toys. I've regretted some buying decisions, but like actually the shop is one thing. No, even though I'm feeling pretty down about it right now, I know that that's more of a just like a current mind thing, you know, like sometimes this is when YouTube is really amazing. Like sometimes I'll go back on the channel and it's literally only a couple months ago. I'll go back to like December or October, just a few months ago, you know, and we are so buzzing and so happy. Just like it's just a different vibe.
Yeah, I'm just really, really proud of the shop. I know we're not open right now.
Yeah.
But
it's a good question.
Right, even down to like this is one thing that's quite funny, right? So when we go on our evening dog walk, we do go on a walk around the high street. Yeah. Before we had the shop, we used to walk on the other side of the road, right?
Since having the
shop, we walk on the side of the road where our shop is on.
We walk past. I don't know why.
And we go there and we just look in the window.
We look.
We've actually got keys to go in, but we stand there and look in the window.
And sometimes we just go, oh, look at that shop.
Look at that shop.
You know, and it's...
No, we are just really proud of it, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We don't regret it.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I can hand on heart say. I even after thinking about it, like especially over the past couple months, or maybe it's been the past few weeks, I can't even tell. Time has gone haywire. And one thing I want to just say actually is Kirsten in the chat. Kirsten has been mind blowing. Like the fact that, because I know she's had her rough times, she's spoken about it in her vlogs, but she still managed to somewhat consistently put videos out. And honestly, Kirsten, please don't stop, because it is motivating. Like and you know, I know I've not put anything out for this week, but it really is motivating, because even doing that daily little video, it's been really nice to see. And the reason why I'm singling out Kirsten is because obviously Kirsten is in the same situation with a shop that is shut at the moment. That's not taking anything away from the others that do really fun daily videos, etc. Such as Lex, for example. Lex has always got cool stuff going on though. She's always got like things going on, and you know, and she's got her cat like with one eye. Yeah, he's adorable. Wow. What else in the chat? Let's have a look. Oh gosh, I've just jumped. There we go. My partner had his vaccine a few days ago, says Chrissy. He had no idea he was invited, and neither does anybody else. Yeah, I think they did tell me, because I asked them. I said, "Is it because of my weight?" And they were like, "No," and they were like, "No, because anything with a blood condition, because I had a thrombosis or a clot. That was the reason why." So I'm looking forward. I was looking forward to it. The right thing. I want to get the first one done so that if I do feel ill, it's whilst the shop is closed. Because obviously I want to be ready for when the shop is. That was my thinking. I was like, I'm going to be ill. I want to be ill whilst the shop is closed. So yes, Alf knows all the secrets. Yeah, I think so. Cola Flipper says, I'm in a good mood today. I put on a stone over lockdown and have been inspired by George Ross and Flipping Fantastic Kelly. I just bought a spin bike and lost 1.3 kilos over 10 days. Still drinking wine though. That's really cool, Lee. I don't know. I've definitely tried to... We've cut down takeaway. Yeah, we haven't had any takeaway. It's like we've gone off of it, which isn't the right thing. But it we didn't stop for the right reasons. Like we didn't think, oh, we're going to stop because it costs money and because it's bad for you. We stopped because we've been put off. Like I've been put off by the concept of paying someone to cook me food. Like in general, it's not even just them that's put me off. I'm put off all takeaways now. Funnily enough, apart from companies like McDonald's, because I know they won't get it wrong. You know, that they've got, you know, it's consistent. But yeah. Um, doo-doo-doo. um, have you had your jabs yet? Not yet, Nick. Thanks for bringing in Nick, by the way. I'm getting my jab next week, so I've booked it online. They messaged me to say that you got a jab. I called up and I was like, oh, how come? I wanted to know why, because I'm 39. I'm not like old. I understood that obviously if you're obese, which unfortunately I am, I'm obese, honey. But I think they don't understand my body type.
Yeah,
That's what it is,
That's what it is.
It's different. But yeah, like, it wasn't that though, because they haven't actually, because I've not been to the doctors up here apart from when I had my thrombosis thing, and it was a thrombosis thing like that. Basically, I had a clot in my outer vein, and it caused like a lot of grief. And I think that's what triggered it, and I think that's why I'm getting a jab. Kirsten says, I haven't had the jab, feels like everyone around me has. TK says, it's that time of the week where I ask, have you got your website flyer? Oh, you know what?
You know what? I even
Look, it's actually on one of my notes that I put.
Yeah.
Missing massive opportunity to put flyers into parcels. You know, what's really bad about that, TK, is our sales on eBay that's not wood. Touch wood. Our sales on eBay have been quite good recently. We're consistently selling a decent amount, and a lot of pop culture stuff is now shifting. And I was thinking, you know what, the flyers, I was even thinking of tape. I just haven't sat down and made a flyer. But I was even thinking tape would be good with the website on it. But yeah, it's a massive opportunity missed. I feel like a real muppet. I've got no one to blame for the slow sales on the website, really, apart from myself, because I suppose that's something I should be doing. But again, it's just motivation when it comes to the shop has been difficult. In a way, I've been focused on eBay a bit.
Yeah.
Because eBay is providing right now. And, you know, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to explain.
Yeah, but if you kind of action flyers and things like that, you could...
Yeah, the website could happen. Yeah.
It could happen more.
It could
build it.
Could build it. You're right. She's so smart, bless. You are. And what else are people saying? Going for my jab tomorrow, says Babs in the attic. Hoping to have second one in May. Hope won't be ill like last time, says Peter. Yeah, hopefully. Rosie says, had mine last week, no issues really, but felt very tired the following day. Hopefully that's all that will happen. What was yours like the next day? Because Beck,
I did get side effects, but they were quite mild. Side effects. So I had temperature. I just felt really, really awful. Yeah, and that lasted for about 24 hours. I probably went back to work too soon because I was still like really tired and drained for the whole week. Because I had my jab on a Sunday. I made the mistake of having it on a Sunday, and then I was due back in work on Monday. Then obviously couldn't go into work because my temperature had spiked, so I couldn't go in. Yeah. And then my temperature was back down by Tuesday, and then I went back into work. And yeah, but regretted it because I was absolutely drained. I still don't think I was quite right to be back in work. But
yeah, because it hit you a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Nice Life says I've booked both of mine. Lex says, that's so cool that you're still in love with the shop. When we think about it, we are. I think it's just how it's more me, I suppose, at the moment, how I'm feeling. Like, because I've been going in every day. I've been going into the shop every day, and believe it or not, I've actually been trying to do vlogs every day, and every day I've just been failing.
Well, you've been recording,
I've been recording, but then I'm like, you know, I can't. Yeah, it doesn't go any further than that because it's depressing. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Thank you for sharing Kirsten's channel, BCP. Appreciate it. And what else are people saying? Way off topic, do you think the rest of the world, especially the US, are more interested in the royal family than people in the UK? What do you think, huh?
I don't know. There's some people in the UK that are quite, you know, into the royal family.
Yeah. Are you into the royals?
I wouldn't say I'm into.
I'm not at all. I'm staunchly like. I think I would say I'm staunchly against them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
But I'm against.
I wouldn't say I'm against.
I'm not against them personally.
No.
I'm against the concept of it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't much like being a subject. I just don't.
Yeah.
But that's just the whole thing. I'm just against
Yeah,
it.
but you had a problem with working for people, so
No, but this
I'm
is
not really surprised about that.
No, but I'm just not. I just think I think it's a throwback to times that we could do, like, you know. Anyway, that's a different matter. But I think people are into it. But I think in America, because of Meghan, like, you know, the whole celebrity thing maybe, and the Oprah thing. I don't know. Oprah, like, we don't really care about Oprah over here, to be honest. I mean, she was amazing in The Colour Purple, but, you know, I don't really care about a talk show. I mean, it's not really... Who talks about... No one talks about... Who cares? Do you care about Oprah? Where's Oprah on, anyway?
I don't know.
Exactly. We don't even know where we could watch Oprah if we wanted to. Kirsten says, thanks, you don't build it up too much. There'll be much disappointment. No, there won't. People need to just accept it for what it is. It is honest vlogging, and I appreciate it, Kirsten. And so who else has popped in? Becca for Duke, and Andrew has popped in as well.
Hello.
Appreciate it. Totally in it to flip it. I'm not fussed one bit due to the situation, says Peter Ray. I lost £5 last week. I really will have to sew up that hole in my pocket, says Barry. Very funny, Barry. Jason Mylan says, managed to get my hands on the new Rowdy Roddy Piper They Live NECA figure. It should be coming tomorrow. Can't wait. Wow, that sounds good. Rowdy Roddy Piper They Live NECA figure. That I've not even heard of it, Jason. I need to check that out. Gone off takeaway, says Stu. Who is this imposter? Does Beck? No, that's not. It's true. I've gone off, haven't I?
You have.
I've actually gone off. Never before have I been motivated to come home on a Friday and
there's
cook.
been a couple of times where you have thought about having a takeaway, but then he's gone, no, we'll just cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been a couple of times, and plus the girls are not big fans.
No, the girls are.
Takeaway,
yeah.
That always comes into consideration as well. So, you know, if we go to them, do you fancy a takeaway? And they go no, it's like, right, okay, we definitely are cooking then.
Yeah. So Stu Mandy, Pete's Retro Collectibles is in the chat as well. Michelle Lathan, thank you for popping in. Oh gosh, Blue Glass Cat says hey all as well. Tori has popped in. Hi Tori, thank you for popping in. Joyce Scott says ours are here. More for Beck's loved ad pottery. Grow out the grey and you'll be smart. My grey is pretty crazy actually. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
The thing is, you can lift the sides up and you can see more of it.
There's loads. Chris Tyler had his today at 2:30. Have a little headache. Well, I hope that's as bad as it gets, Chris. Simon Woodhouse says, I also had my jab. I got a message from NHS, underlying health issue I was not aware of, but it felt achy for one day and really high temp. But after that, I felt fine. Glad I had it though, says Simon. Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, with the NHS, they're constantly looking at the vulnerable patients and adding patients to the list as and where they fill. So, like, some patients that weren't initially in the list are now being put into the list because of like health conditions and consultations that have been had. So it's like it's always changing. So
Save Beck from eBay says the truth. Who's Oprah says Beats Radio Collectibles. No, I care about talk shows, Dave. Tommy and Tracy's is different. Okay, that doesn't count. Here, just because the internet will be better by the shop doesn't mean you live in the car by the shop. Oprah's not on regular talk show anymore. Now she just owns an entire network. Exactly. Evening Channel Nem, thanks for popping in. It's Stu Mandry says British nobility basically boils down to someone's ancestor being a bigger bully than anyone else. Exactly, and I kind of feel like that shouldn't be rewarded with wealth and privilege, you know. And Tommy's in the chat as well. Hey Tommy, hello. Was told I should watch this channel, but whatever, Tommy. Um, very funny. But yeah, so we did have like a little topic.
Yeah.
And we've kind of touched on it really because
we touched on parts of it.
Yeah.
I've noticed this like little fancy bit on the screen where he's put up some little notes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I feel that I wanted to just talk about how at the moment, like especially like Nick and Andrew have just put up a video about eBay replying to them, and like it kind of sounded like a PR thing for me, really. Like they obviously know that Nick and Andrew have got a bit of influence and they can't have too much negative stuff because they didn't really. They were a bit vague from from what I saw of the video. They seemed a bit vague, and that kind of thing does make you not want to have all your eggs in one basket. And also we didn't, it's great that we're selling this stock on eBay, but we just are still too reliant on them. Even after all these years, we are still reliant on them. Some of that is my own fault for not doing like the flyers, because I think we could have maybe started to convert some customers, but in general we are so heavily eBay still.
But even just like locally, doing like a leaflet drop locally, that would be good. Could have actually helped massively with maybe click and collect, would be good, because we've only had really a handful of customers.
Handful of click and collects,
and that could have really helped through all of this.
But we've just ended up being so heavily eBay again, and it's just, I feel like, is that all we know? Like, I feel like it's something I think.
Do you know what? Part of it is going to be like, it, so you're kind of like, you're comfortable with it. And I think that's where you've got to look at coming out of that. And eBay's.
It's great. I mean, that's the thing.
It puts so many people. It gets so many people to look at your item. Yeah. Because it's such a big platform. Yeah. So, compared to like a website that we're trying to build, but then we've got to be responsible for promoting it.
Yeah, I think that's just it. I think it's just because it's so out of habit. Like it's not in my normal habit, is it? So like I don't normally have to do any promotion or any kind of like stuff like that, and it's just annoying because it's just I feel like in a way the shop was obviously our way of relying less on it or adding another income stream, but in a way like the shop being closed, in a way it's been a good thing because it's highlighted again how reliant we still are on eBay, because we shouldn't be even thinking of the shop as an income stream. It's great that we're going to have an income stream with it, but we should be looking to build our own platform. Or like, for example, it's not even about the website. People are really good on Facebook and on Instagram as well, aren't they? Like they have presences on there. I mean, we've built our page up to like a few hundred followers. I think we've got like 450 odd followers or likes or something on it. But I'm not daily on it, and that's another thing I've noticed Kirsten does daily. She puts her videos out.
Yeah, I think we need to be way more active on our Facebook page than we are. Yeah. Even like a few posts throughout the day. Yeah. And not just like the photos, maybe a bit of video, kind of switching it up. But
I've been so down, hun, to do that stuff. That's the thing. It's like, I know. Like, I think of these things, honestly, guys, I do. But like, I'm just like, like I just.
You're like Eeyore.
I am. I'm like Eeyore trotting around the shop. Honestly, I'm like the other day was meant to be my day off. I ended up just sitting there and just like. I said to Beck, I spent, like, it was meant to be my day off, but I went in for the BT guy, right? Yeah. And I was meant to come home and just have a day off, but I just sat in the office and I just stared. I wasn't even watching anything. Yeah. I just stared at the wall for hours, and then before I knew it, it was like...
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, hon. I was really like... I said, Beck, I just sat here and just stared at the wall for like... It was for the whole time until 5 o'clock or something. Yeah. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm like, I don't know. I need to get.
When was it?
That was on Wednesday. That was my day off. Yeah, my day off. Yeah,
because you were meant
staring at the wall.
After the BT guy, you were meant to go home.
And just chill out. But I didn't. But I didn't do any. So while I'm there, I wasn't productive, and I didn't go home and take some time off. I just it was almost like I'm torturing myself just sitting there. I don't know why. I was just so down. I just like end up just in a zone and just like I was just odd. Nick's made a point that I definitely wanted to do. That did come into my mind. Running a reopening promotion to get people through the door.
We were actually meant to be running like a
dealer day.
A deal on our website.
And promoting it on the Facebook page, like a dealer day.
Like to take people up to the 12th of April.
So every day.
So, I mean, I know it's not too late to...
We could start doing it.
To put that in action, but...
So pick a product and discounting it. Yeah. Products of the day.
We can just...
Yeah, do a product of the day every day with a discount on it. Yeah, why didn't I do that?
I know, because then you can promote that on Facebook.
And that would give me something to promote as well. And then when we open, we could do 10...
If people want, like, click and collect, they can do it by click and collect.
And for the opening week,
post.
I was thinking for the opening week, like, to reopen, I was thinking we could do, like, 10% off type thing, you know, like, for opening week, you know, just to get people back in, like Nick says there as well. I was like, see, I do have these ideas sometimes, you know?
Yes.
The blue glass cat says, Nick and Andrew are glad to hear eBay called you. It was good, but I commented on there and I said I just get the feeling it was more of a PR exercise because they didn't tell like you any specifics from what I could tell from the video, and I think that's what we need, like especially when people are contacting and saying that they've had their accounts permanently suspended and stuff. And like Tommy's a great example of that, like what happened to his account. eBay is scary. We talk about relying on them so much. It's easy to fall back into the trap. Way too easy. Stephen Jackson says, eBay sounds like it was protecting themselves. If it was a fraudulent act against you, would you not want them to step in? Yeah, I mean, of course you would. Yeah, I mean, you would want them to protect you, but there's ways of doing it. Like, I think one of the things that Nick and Andrew said is it's how it comes across. Like, it's great that they're doing these checks, but do they have to, like, suspend you like that and stop you from buying and selling while they look into it? Like, do you know what I mean? And, like, it's how it comes across the other side as well. That's all.
Yeah, but in a way, like, it's also trying to protect people as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when you look at it from the other side. Like, if...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, you know...
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like, if there is anything going on, they want to stop it while they can, while they're investigating kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah,
it's true, it makes sense, because if you're dodging, they can't let you keep on selling kind of thing. But, like, definitely. I think so. And what else? It's
not fun to be suspended, though.
No, it's not fun. No, exactly. No. But I can understand now why. You've made a good point. Because they say if you were dodgy, then they couldn't let you continue to be dodgy while they look into you. So they have to cut you off. Yeah.
Aren't they?
But the thing, but they're like, they gave like a laundry list of reasons why you could get suspended. Like if you suddenly start selling something different, or like you know, like what. So every time now, like, you want to sell something different that you haven't sold before, where you meant to call them up, and can you imagine their phone lines? Hey, I don't know.
Well, we've gone from selling RC parts to
we've gone from
products on there. I mean, RC's
we should just expect
our RC stuff is still, like, you know, new stuff. Some of it. But it's like old new stuff. Yeah. Like vintage parts.
Stu says, free honky tonk man with every purchase, guaranteed to increase sales. Probably.
I'm not sure. I don't think it will. We'll have people bringing it back.
Becca for Duke says, eBay is too easy to be drawn back into. I've concentrated on it far too much lately and left the website in the back burner while I wait for lockdown to be lifted. I can relate, Becca. I can relate. You have time for flyers in the local area before reopening. You can get printed in 2 to 3 days, or even Facebook ads with a code for discount. Yeah, I think my thought was to do a product of the day with a discount, like every day up until opening. That would be quite a cool thing. Or maybe not every day, but like every week or something. I don't know. Tracy says, Nick, watched your response from the eBay video. Weird how there never seems to be an at ease feeling after you talk with them. So much change needed. Yeah, definitely. Business page is only good if locals will go to it. You stared at the wall. You could have had a paintbrush. Okay. flyers in parcels advertising your website does work. I know because I bought something on eBay and the seller put a flyer in the parcel and I ended up going to their website ordering more, says Barry. Yeah, and
I mean,
it's guaranteed to work.
Yeah, I've bought like light bulbs off of eBay.
Yeah.
And they had a flyer in for their website offering like, I can't remember whether it was 10% or 20% off if I bought through the website. And I was like, oh, okay. And I've stuck that in the cupboard somewhere. And so next time I need to order light bulbs, I just probably go through the website.
Fair enough. I know what you mean, Z. You have fits of time where you are energized and plan things, but then the reality and the exhaustion of the pandemic swallows you up and you go, meh. Yeah, Damien, honestly, it's... I definitely feel I thought I was coping better than I actually am. And that's not to like be like, you know, woe is me. Honestly, don't worry. I'm like, cool, but I definitely thought I was handling it better than I am. And I think it's just wearing on people now, isn't it? It's at that stage like where it's just wearing. I don't, and I think the shop as an environment as well, it's like a closed shop is not a good environment, if you know what I mean. Normally it would be fine when you're just closing up for the night. You can be in a closed shop, it's fine, but to go every day for 3 months, it's going to be 4 months going every day to work in a shop that you know is not going to open. That's just not a nice environment, you know, because you look around and you almost get that. You kind of get that Terminator 2 moment, you know, when she's looking at the playground and imagining all the little kiddies playing on the swings and everything, and then the nuclear blast comes through. I'm like looking around, imagining customers and laughter and stuff.
You
You know?
you say that, but do you know what? I actually feel for the guys running like the pubs and the restaurants. I'm sorry,
talk about it. Yeah,
you know what?
I would have nightmares.
We have not.
Oh gosh.
Come out that bad from all of this.
No,
those guys have been shut since. When did they last shut? End of August? Because they did the whole help out to eat out, which was probably a bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
And you know, they've been shut ever since, and some of those businesses won't come back.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fat Girl Selling says you should always have multiple sources of income, not just multiple selling platforms. I don't, but it's what I'm working towards. Yeah, exactly. I'd love to get as many different things going. I definitely do need to up my Facebook page, make that successful. I need to get the Instagram to be more successful. I need to get the website to be more successful. That, you know, that would be all great ways of selling product. You know, and obviously we want the shop to open. You know, that's the thing. But yeah, you're right. TKX, thank you. Pete is amazing. I've even listened back twice myself. Yes. Oh, guys, in case anyone... Okay, there's 116 people in here. Hopefully all of you have watched it, but Tommy and Tracy interviewed is the wrong word, chatted with Pete, Craigslist Hunter, and it was a really good listen. I had it on in the morning during the week, and it was a really good listen. Like, Pete's just he's just a lot of fun to listen to in general, and you know, just his stories and just the way he talks. And
I'll be honest, I haven't caught up with it yet.
Beck hasn't caught up with it. It's fine. She's a hater.
I'm not a hater.
she's not.
Far from it.
I know. Monica says, Heisey and Beck was deep into my work, then heard you say, who cares about Oprah? Those are fighting words. She's the greatest interviewer of all time on her own channel on YouTube. Where's Beck's purses? The purses are coming, Monica.
Have you ordered them?
No.
Oh.
They're coming.
Did you see me get excited? Have you ordered them?
They're coming.
Oh, but you managed to order some caps and everything else that you want in the shop.
No, I'm gonna get. No, I want the purses. Yeah. I want the purses. It's a mind thing. I want them. I really do. I want them. I got this amazing shawl thing, scarf thing, didn't I? Okay. In terms of Oprah, if you like her, that's great. I said she was great in The Colour Purple. She was an amazing actress in that. I've just never really been into the talk shows that much. Nights Life says, I sat and stared at nothing all day the other day in my summer house surrounded by stock. So easy to do. It's so easy to do. It really is. Is it Richard?
Night's Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Richard, isn't it? Yeah.
You are so
My
rubbish
brain
with
just
names.
went for a second.
You are absolutely
My
rubbish.
brain just went for a second, okay? It just went for a second. That's all. Oh, almost at 502 subs, BCP.
Oh, thank you, BCP.
Tommy says, I spent a whole year talking with hundreds of reps. A year later, account reopened and they still won't tell me why so that it doesn't happen again. It's just bonkers, isn't it, Tommy? See, that's the kind of nonsense that you don't need. I don't think there is one human worldwide that this COVID hasn't affected. We have all pivoted in some way, shape or form, says Joyce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very true, very true. Z, no need to lower prices on the website over eBay. People are quite happy to support independent website and actively dislike the main platforms. A little loyalty bonus imputes to swap over, says TKX. Okay. Tommy, I really think your interview with Pete was one of the best reseller interviews I've watched, loaded with info. It really was, Susie. You're 100%. Antoinette Daly says, evening Z, back in chat. Aaron says it's the absolute lack of communication that is their major issue. Yeah. It's not even, that's part of it, definitely. And Nick says, no doubt there was a PR element to it, damage limitation. She was very honest about how long any changes would take to implement, but assured us changes were being put forward based on our experience. Hopefully, Nick, if that has happened, that would be great. I just highly doubt it because just the way they talk as if like it's almost like an impossible task. It takes so long to, but I know they're a big company, but these issues, these issues have been brought forward so many times, and until they start hiring people to look into algorithm-based decisions, I can't see it, and they just don't care. I mean, they'll ban like £1 million selling accounts. That's the thing. Like they will ban accounts that sell millions of pounds. They'll just shut them down. Amazon are the same. They've banned massive just algorithms. It's just I don't know, man. Stu says, I dislike how eBay seems to reduce your visibility. If you don't list for a while, you're almost punished for not giving them enough attention. A bit like dealing with a petulant child, says Stu. Yeah, definitely. Give away a free only cool stuff t-shirt. I don't have any t-shirts, Michelle. We need to get some actually, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Don't do it every day. Do something that can be used across the board and only needs setting up once. Don't create too much extra work. Just my opinion. Yeah, I think that's the thing, TK, because I think you're right. I think maybe to limit like an offer or something that we can put out. No, I didn't ever find the newspaper thing, Dave. I didn't end up doing that. Right. What about Amazon, since you have invoices from wholesalers? Again, it's like, I could sell on Amazon, but again, it's their fees are like crazy high, and if Amazon are on your listing, then they're getting it so cheap that I'd be selling at a loss or something. It wouldn't be worth it. Neil says, I have 3 income streams now, but eBay is still most of it. I find with eBay, the more love you give it, the better sales are. If I stop listing, sales drop off a cliff. Yeah, it's very needy, Neil. I mean, that's part of the issue, isn't it, hon? That's part of the issue. I mean, like, you're kind of like, I get the feeling that you're kind of a bit hesitant about starting your eBay back up again.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
You're just going to go for it, even though... Yeah, I just thought like, because you sounded a bit like hesitant, like sometimes when you're like about going back into it because of these reasons, like the whole...
No, I don't want to rely solely on it. I think that's the thing, and it's making sure that everything else is at a level that we're going to be able to cope with. Because, to lose like an income, we've got to make sure there's other stuff there that's going to kind of...
go take its place.
Yeah.
That's your main worry then. Yeah,
so it's not a hesitant.
Lots of businesses will go under this year. I know this sounds bad, but next 6 months is going to be a lot of liquidation sales. Don't miss opportunities out of squeamishness. No, that's a very good point, Pete. There are going to be lots of opportunities. I'm sure of it. Hopefully we won't be one of them, But it's kind of a sadness, not really depression, that people don't recognise and can't grasp and fix. Yeah, Joyce, I think so. It's that time of year when it has been cold for too long, but it's quite warm enough, not quite warm enough yet, not enough sunshine either, plus all this COVID stuff. Yeah. Blue sky is okay, I don't like going for it. Supposed to be in the 70s next week. I can't wait, need to sunbathe or something. The weather can help, definitely. The weather definitely can help. But not having the conversation seems silly. We have to try and do the best we can with our small influence. Oh no, it's worth talking to them 100%. But I don't know. I think people have talked to them. Lots of people have talked to them. There's been other channels that have had like access. And like, for example, even someone like Shazad, who's got access to some pretty high up people, like, he's even been like on their main page banner and stuff, and like he got suspended because of a service that they recommend, like using web interpret. I think actually affected him, even though web interpret is a service that they promoted. And I don't know, I completely understand. Obviously, if you're given the opportunity to talk to them, why wouldn't you? Makes sense. You never know. It could work. I suppose I'm just going on track record, like how you feel about things after they've happened a number of times. And can you really see them changing when you see how like Amazon, etc., and they've conducted themselves in the past? And I'm kind of like, yeah, we'll see. You need to get some really cool stuff, t-shirts printed. Yes, no, I want to be. We are going to do that, Barry. That is the plan, to have t-shirts for the summer. I don't want to.
No, we're not going to want to.
I think that's the other thing. I'm always wearing hoodies. I'm always wearing hoodies all the time, and I think like I'm just like in a bit of like a. I mean, there's still there's even stuff that we need to do for the shop still, isn't there? There's still a lot of things that like we need to do in terms of the POS.
Oh yeah.
The compute, like we still have, we
need to kind of change out the till system.
Yeah.
And make it a little bit more workable.
Yeah.
Because, like, with the website and the shop sales, we don't want to have to keep messing around with having to, like, adjust the stock levels.
So we're gonna have to use our POS software.
Yeah, which will then hopefully.
But that means we need
adjust the website, which means we can have.
Yeah.
Because you'll notice a lot of the time on the website we normally only have like a couple of items listed, like say like quantity 1 or 2. We do have more stocks than that. It's just that with the shop, well, particularly when we were open, we were just very, very careful about putting large numbers on there just in case we sold it in the shop and then couldn't fulfill the order online. That's
changed now though, because we've got a system where it all links and synchronizes, but now we need to use a POS system in the shop
to make sure that works.
So that's just going to be like a tablet or a laptop, but it means that the old till and cash drawer has to go because it needs to be one that works with USB, and the one we've got is like ancient AF.
So we do need to change that. So hopefully we'll sort it before we open.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
We might not, but if it's like,
I also need to get a card reader which has got its own 3G connection as well, because I hate having to. We've got the little sum up reader, but we have to use the app on the phone, and that's just another. And
it doesn't look very professional.
Yeah, it's just it's another thing to also get, isn't it?
Let me just get my phone
let me get my phone and
so that I can.
I'm not texting, by the way. I'm just it's that kind of thing. So I really want to do that. So that's something we've got to kind of do. I think one of the problems is that when we call in with a problem or complaint, we get some random person somewhere. They may or may not make notes, which may or may not be understood or even seen. Yep, Shazad's made it home. Anyone else thinks some only cool stuff mugs would be cool? We've got a couple of mugs for me and Beck and I, but I think if there were a more central place to go with problems, it might be better. I don't know, but clearly what they're doing is not good enough. Somebody says, Nick, 100%. I know personally I appreciate when eBay problems are brought to attention by influencers. Water bowls. What sort of items is Beck going to sell on her eBay shop? Ask
Well,
Mark
you're
Matthews.
going to be sourcing for it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be whatever Zahir sources for.
Whatever we source, yeah. And at the moment,
Yeah.
we have not sourced anything. So
Yeah.
so nothing, nothing's listed.
It's hard to say really at the moment.
Yeah, whatever we can source basically. So once the car boots are open, once the charity shops are open, I'm gonna go out and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
As well, and
then
yeah,
like if we take stuff through the shop, like purchase stuff through the shop, then
yeah,
that's likely to go onto. Not onto yours, is it? It's going to end up going on mine, I think.
Yeah.
So
that's what we're going to do. Yes, Frankie's fines. Maybe they should give business sellers a more structured support center, like not quite a big seller concierge. Evening Shazad, you haven't really missed anything apart from Z doesn't like takeaways anymore. Joyce says, winter's very hard on people, especially when it just won't go away. I think when it warms up, shots kick in, thousands of new sellers drop off. When they realise they have to work at it, it'll get better. It will do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zahir doesn't like takeaways. That's the last thing. Yeah, all of the takeaways are going to suffer because I've stopped. I have that issue with my card reader, especially with mask wearing, having to use PIN number to open my phone first before opening the app. That's just it, Kirsten. Like, SumUp do a all-in-one, which is like 99 quid, and that has its own phone connection, and like the keypad is on there. So I think that's just going to be a better way of doing things.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Tommy says, will Beck's store be named Not Cool Stuff or Sort of Cool Stuff?
No, my name on eBay's not going to change.
It's going to keep it to what it is.
Yeah.
It's the cat's name.
Yeah.
It's the cat's names.
Well, it was the cat's names. One of them's not here anymore.
Yeah, one of them's gone.
Yeah.
Cat heaven.
Yeah.
Or hell, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
But
if
yeah.
you ask the birds and mice, it's hell.
Yeah. If iOS, that's normal, says Dave Repairs. Yeah, I think the thing is, when you're using like the card reader, it's more of like just reducing a step, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't have to then like have the app connect via Bluetooth or whatever.
You can just do it all.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just going to be better.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So that's just my opinion. Yeah. Trading Post says, cheers, P. I don't get that. Why is cheers, P?
I don't know.
Yeah. Cheers, P. Okay. Trading Post. Joyce Scott says, Tommy, not my husband's cool stuff. TK says, have not found software that copes with all platforms and multi-way items. I have everything listed as 99 quantity and make sure I order early and never run out, says TK. Oh, well, we've got, we can sync our stock now. It syncs perfectly. Mm-hmm. So if something sells on eBay, it instantly reduces it on our website. Yeah. So, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
And also, when in the shop, we're going to be using point of sale software, which accesses the website. Mm-hmm. So, when we sell something, all our pricing will be the same and everything. And it will just reduce the stock and sync it. Yeah. We had to figure out I had to figure out cron jobs.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with this. I just want to know that it works when we go in there, and that's it. Yeah,
I've got what's called an external cron job. That's what it is. So that's what we have to kind of sort out. Let's see. That's it. She's had actual cool stuff, properly cool stuff. No, it would just be called the cat's names, okay?
It's just gonna be a cat's name.
Tommy says Trading Post is that guy, Craigslist Hunter. I think it's me, man. Oh, it's Pete, is it? Okay. Thank you for popping in, Pete. Appreciate it. I always just get like red. I feel shit. Like. Oh gosh. Wow, cron expert now. I'm not an expert, no, but I know how to set up an external cron job so that... Why are you laughing?
Just the way you said that. Sorry.
What? What's so... What's so funny? I don't even know what's so funny, man. Seriously.
It's just the way you said it.
I don't
Just
name
just
these
carry
things.
on,
I don't
it's
name
fine.
these things, do I? Leanne. Wow. Hey, Leanne. How are you? Timed updates. That's it. Yeah, exactly. It basically updates the website from an external website or something. I don't know. Fanboy says Susie. Yeah. Hey, Aaron. Any pie updates? No pie updates, Aaron. You didn't miss any. Thanks, guys. Great show. Next show title can be Ordering Beck's Wallets and Purses Live. Thumbs up. Thank you, Monica. And Barry says external cron job. That sounds painful. Have you been to the doctor with it? Oh, and Kirsten said external cron job sounds painful. Yeah. Hey, Dawn Jerry Ball. Right, guys. It has been an hour. We have
Yes.
taken an hour of your valuable time, and we really appreciate it. I feel like we've been a bit downbeat this week. What do you reckon?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we were a little bit down, like, we weren't as happy as we normally are, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, is that right? But we still do appreciate you joining us and hanging out for a bit. Hopefully we will, hopefully we'll feel more positive going forward. I think I just need to get, you know what it is? It's in my head. I need to kind of, you decide what kind of day you're going to have.
Yeah.
And I think I've been having too many crappy days because of myself, so I need to sort that out. Anyways, you could demonstrate his new hairstyle and how to make it stay. It's not really.
It's just.
You know what, Tommy? Someone that wears a cap every time they're live without fail shouldn't be pointing at my exposed hairdo. Okay? It makes me feel conscious. Just, it's natural oils, natural oils maybe. What piece of the back? What? That bit there. What is wrong with you guys? Thanks, guys.